Guys, Josh's Comics here. We need to have a talk. I've entered a deep, dark hole that I don't know if I'm ever going to make it out of now. Got my first ever comic original art, my first ever comic sketch cover done, and I picked up my first ever statue all this year, with many more coming now because I'm addicted to original art and statues. So, today's video, we're going to get into it. These have all been featured on the show, but I wanted to talk about the three pieces for each different unique category I have here. And then I'm going to talk about my future plans on collecting into statues, original art, and sketch covers as the year goes on. So we're going to jump into it. Let's start off with the first piece that I got this year. I've been wanting to dip into statues and busts a little bit. The problem is, you can see, and you know from my comic room tour, I have very limited space. So I really can't go too much into collecting statues I really want, per se. I would really love to get some of the really bigger pieces. Um, but I landed on a 1 1/10 scale from Iron Studios, and let's take a look at it. This is the Batgirl. Again, small scale, 1 1/10. Check out that detail. They just released a Nightwing, which I think I might end up picking up, but still, I think this thing looks really great. And so this is my first ever statue, as you would say. And I'm pleased to say that I'm actually getting my first ever bust next year. And for those who aren't too familiar with that, a bust is more like, from the torso, pretty much the torso and up, live size. Um, Coming from Sideshow, which is actually from Twitterhead, who is making the statue. I'm getting a Golden Age Catwoman. I'll try to put the picture up somewhere here to show you. It is going to be almost like 15 inches tall, 10 inches wide, I think. I have no idea where I'm going to put it, but I am a sucker for Golden Age Catwoman. I absolutely love her design. I love the design of the statue, of the bust, so I'm going to have to get it for sure. I have it on pre order. Um, Hopefully everything works out and it comes out next year when it's supposed to. Sometimes statues do take a long time. But again, this is going to take some money away from the comics, and the comics can be pretty expensive. But I think I can balance it out pretty well, and hopefully in a couple years, if I can get a bigger place, I can get some of those more bigger statues that I would really love to acquire. So again, these I think retail for about $200 if I'm not mistaken. They're nice little, great sizes for me to collect, a smaller collector. But even if you can collect all different sizes, I still think it's a great statue. And, maybe we'll add Nightwing next to her, have the Bat family going. I'm going to go ahead and put Batgirl over here. So this year, Terrificon, I knocked out a couple firsts. I got my first ever original piece of artwork, and I got my first ever original sketch cover. Um, Amazing members in this community really pushed me into it. And man, now these guys have me going, and I'm thinking, and I'm seeing other collectors post not just comics and statues, but original art as well. So I'm going to show off the original art first because this is just an amazing piece. This is a 11 by 17 piece of Charlotte Witch. It is fantastic and amazing by Andrian Miller, if I pronounce her name right. I actually commissioned another piece from her. I will be picking up at Baltimore. I'll talk about that in a few minutes because that is a different piece and different design. But again, this beautiful Charlotte Witch by her that she had. Shout out to my friend Bristow Comics, Paul. He helped me out. I get this, and I'm paying him back for it. And he has gotten me into original art. I do want to get excuse me. I do eventually want to get more, big pieces like this done. I'm currently in sketch covers though, kind of. So we'll see. But again, this is just a fantastic piece, for my first original art. And love Charlotte Witch, and she is just drawn amazingly here on the cover. So yeah, I'm gonna put this back over here where I have space. I want to see if I can get this framed. We'll have to see. And then, of course, at Terrificon, the one thing that blew me away, and I wasn't even going to do it. I originally was. I backed out of it, said I want to save money for comics. Broke Boy Comics, Noah, a friend of the channel as well, talked me into it, and we did it. And Ryan Santos did my first ever sketch cover. And again, many of you have seen this, but I'm still going to show it off because I love it. And it's on the Catwoman 80th anniversary sketch. But check that out. Golden Age Catwoman. Now, there's a reason why I got this, a Golden Age Catwoman, is because I'm trying to get as many covers that I can that have Golden Age Catwoman that have been out since Catwoman has been around in the 1940s, along with some sketches. I want to get some more sketch covers done from different artists. This will be a great piece, and I want to kind of do like a mirage, I guess, with the bus when it comes in next year. Again, this is all. I dropped this off on a Friday afternoon. Came back Saturday afternoon to Terrificon. Ryan had it ready to go. Only 120 bucks. The like the purple right here is all in the background. That was already on the sketch cover, but he drew her completely, and he drew her phenomenally. Um, Shout out to Ryan again for a fantastic artist. So, going back to Andrea Miller, I commissioned a piece with her. I emailed her, and it should be delivered to you today or tomorrow. She will be at Baltimore Comic Con. I'll be attending my first ever Baltimore Comic Con this year in October, and I'm getting her to do a Golden Age Catwoman as well, sketch cover. Uh, I can't wait to see what she does. I've seen a lot of her work, and so that brings me into this part. Um, I'm getting her commissioned, and it's a little bit of money, but it's going to be totally worth it. And so now this is where it opens up the floodgates, the floodgates for original art, sketch covers, and of course, statues. Why is it clear on that? There you go. And let's see if we can just bring Batgirl over here. Hang on, guys, bear with me. Hello. So, like I said, guys, the channel's changing a little bit. I'm still gonna do a lot of comic hauls. I have plenty of books that I need to go get that are coming in. I have books that I'm currently in the middle of buying. We always have cons around, and I'm buying stuff. But now the budget for comics is going to be cut a little bit because I'm starting to get into art, sketch covers, and statues. Statues, I'm probably not gonna. You won't see too much from me in that for the next few years. Maybe a few here and there, not a whole lot though. Don't be worried about that because, like I said, I just don't have a lot of space. Like I said, that Catwoman bus, when it shows up, I have no idea where I'm gonna put it. Honestly, I'm thinking about clearing out the back over here, rearranging it, maybe making a staging area. We'll have to see. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but original art. 11 by 17s. I think I'm going to maybe do 9 by 12s or do a little bit like 8 by 10s if I can eventually in the future. Um, I could always buy a book, an art book that can cover that and everything. The problem is I want to get that framed up. I mean, this deserves to be framed up for sure. So the problem is, where would I put it? Again, limited space. So we'll have to see. And of course, sketch covers. Um, I'm also going to do a thing where I think what I'm going to do is after I get her to do the Golden Age Catwoman at Baltimore, I'm going to hit her up again. I'm definitely going to get a Poison Ivy Batman 181 sketch cover reprint. I would love for her to do Poison Ivy for me, and then I want to do every single rogue in the gallery, especially ones that I have like the first appearance for. I would love to, have a Two Face and put it next to the first Silver Age. Well, I guess it would be Bronze Age Two-Face. I'd love to get a Penguin sketch cover done by somebody and have it probably presented next to my first Silver Age Penguin, etc., guys. So I'm going to be working on getting some of the rogues done on sketch covers over the next couple of years. Gonna have to price it out a little bit because depending on who you go to, it could be pretty pricey. Or like this only cost me $120. Well, actually, I think it was 110. But still, Ryan did a great job, and I already got some ideas for him. I've seen him do a Mr. Freeze and a Scarecrow. But I might do have other artists do those. But I have some interesting ideas for him that I want to have him do next year at Terrificon. And then if, like I said, if Andriana Mello shows up at Terrificon again, or even Baltimore next year, which I think she's been regularly doing, I got some ideas for her too. So just want to give that little bit of an update. I'd be getting more into footage. I do have a couple of haul videos that I got to film. Hopefully next weekend I can hit up Vatican. Let's see if I can make that do. And then I got some really cool books coming in that I think you guys would enjoy. Call them Josh books as you will, because they're pretty nice. So guys, just a quick little update. I'm officially down that rabbit hole now. Most of you guys are already there with me, so you're probably gonna say welcome. But anyway, we will see what happens, and yeah, I'm excited to just have all of these in the collection. You know, art, statues, sketch covers. It's gonna be a great time here on Josh's Comics, so I can't wait to see what she does on the sketch cover in Baltimore. That's gonna be a fun time too. I might look into getting some other commissions done. We'll have to see if I can afford the money. But anyway, guys, until next time, stay safe, take care of each other, and as always, we will see you in the next episode of Josh's Comics.